Kia ora. My name's Veronica ChengEn Lyu. I've been in the company for 4.5 years now.
Hello, my name is Levi Siaosi, and I've been in the company for 4 and a bit years.
Hi, my name is Cecilia Wilcox, and I have been in the company for nearly 4 years.
Hello, I'm Airu Matsuda, and I have been in the company for 3 years. First question, what's your favorite costume and which one's your least favorite?
I mean, I like bits and bobs. I like the shirt, and Impossible Has Already Happened. I like the shirt and the puffer vest. That was nice.
I don't think I have a favorite, but I really liked working with Gabby Stevenson in Modern God by Jeremy Beck. She had such a vision for like the kind of color palette and like everything with the show that even though, because we built these characters and we were quite like protective over, you know, what they were going to look like and everything like that, it was cool seeing someone like interpret our vision for the character through what they do best.
I think my least favorite is actually the paper. I see the vision. I reckon if it was fitted to me, because it wasn't my costume, so, you know, I was wearing someone else's costume, which I felt. But if it was like the same thing, but like my costume, then I reckon it would have been maybe even my favorite. What's your most stressful moment, Cecilia? Could be in rehearsal or on stage or anything.
I think like the first thing that comes to mind is when I got food poisoning in Japan.
Nice choice.
It's pretty like up there in terms of like physical stress.
Nice.
But everyone was so nice to me and like, yeah, especially at that theatre, like they set up the most gorgeous little bed.
No one else got it.
No one else got it. Just me. Yeah.
And we were all eating the same
We're all eating the same thing. So that was, yeah. But at the same time, like being able to, like, I got through the show, and even though we were like, oh, like, I might not do this bit because I might not have enough energy, and like pushing through it and being like, nah, I'm gonna do the whole show was, I think, gave me a new perspective on my limits. What about you, Levi? What was your most stressful time?
Well, now that you bring it up, injuries, probably breaking my ankle while I was alone in Canada, representing the company. About to do a full tour, full leg around the whole country. And had to leave opening night. That was pretty rough. Called Anita, Zoe, they had my back. Insurance. If I learned anything, get insurance, people. And don't break your ankle. Obviously, don't break your ankle. What's a funny habit you have observed from touring together? Cecilia listens to some pretty whack stuff before she goes to sleep.
Top 2 significant moments that happened to you while at Footnote. I got married. That was fun. We went to Japan, got to perform to my family, which was special, and also show these guys my favorite place.
Many things. Obviously, international travel, getting to go to Japan and going to Europe on sabbatical was really awesome. Getting to be the first dancers in this space in our lovely new studio. It's a good one.
Yeah, good one.
That was really cool. Like being the people that get to like paint the walls and like decide the colors with Anita and everything. That was cool.
Who is most likely to...
We late.
Fine then. Who's most likely to be late?
Loki, sometimes me.
I think pre you guys living together, you.
What? What? It's always been Ronnie.
Okay.
It's always been
Also
Ronnie.
pre-
True, it's Ronnie and the buses.
Yeah. It is Ronnie. I
Nah,
feel like
not the
this
buses, bro. It's always been Ronnie.
No, it's the buses.
Who is most likely to get lost in a new city on tour?
I reckon Cecilia.
Whoa.
I like that. I like that take. Yeah.
You guys didn't witness me.
Cecilia's
in my-
mental Google Maps.
is great.
Who's most likely to get counts wrong in a show? Ronnie.
I reckon me, yeah.
I think it's Ronnie.
Yes.
I think it's Ronnie too.
Yes.
Yeah.
With love, so much love.
This is actually turning into the Ronnie's room.
I know.
It's your initiation leaving.
Yeah.
What drew you to join Footnote, everyone?
I was aware of the company's like existence from a very young age, growing up in Wellington. So I kind of always viewed it as a potential career path for myself. And seeing the work that Footnote did and the kinds of dancers that had worked with Footnote and the work that they went on to make after Footnote, I think all of that drew me to work for the company.
You see dancing that you like, you want to do it. So, I saw Footnote do some shows and I saw dancers that I liked. And I was like, that's cool. I want to do that.
Well, Footnote is the first company and the first show I've ever seen in New Zealand when I came here. And it was now 2016. And that it was a random time. And I even haven't started uni yet. I was just here. And I saw that show and I was just so curious about the company after. And that's how I got to know the company.
It's the same as Ronnie. I saw Footnote for the first time in New Zealand when I moved here, and that was the very first show that I saw, which was The Clearing by Ross McCormack. And as soon as I watched the show, I just knew that this was a place that I would love to be a part of one day. And then got to spend some time with Kota Yamazaki in his first development in the end of my first year at school, and then I got to spend time with the company, and I just love the environment and the people.
What's your most memorable tour moments?
It's our first premiere of Dry Spell by Roosevelt Pop, and it was in Auckland, and we were right on stage, ready to go, and the curtain was like slowly appearing up, which means it's gonna be just our feet. And it was the most nervous moment for me, just because I don't know, I've never ever felt that nervous before a show, and I can't feel my feet. They're really cold. And
That show in Auckland, our opening of Dry Spell, was a lot. Yeah, that was my first show with the company. And I remember seeing the shorter version of it the year before, and just wanting to be in that work and wanting to work with Rose. We had only set counts to the music like a few days beforehand, and it was like this moment of, oh, I actually have to surrender to this experience and just like step into a different phase of life. And the work, I think, like assisted you in that. I think like having a nervous energy in that show was kind of good, because I don't know, it was like kind of about restriction and like freedom. And yeah, no, that's burned into my memory.
And also after our show in Japan, in Paper by Kota Yamazaki, it was the show that we were so overheated. Airu has to run off the stage in the middle of it because it was so hot. And that was the moment that I just couldn't, like, I was on the other side of it, very overheated and tired and very excited at the same time.
My favorite touring moments are like, for me it's like same things, but also like the after, when we're away from home, like just spending time together, watching Married at First Sight together and just talking about it, watching Cars, talking and eating together. Yeah.
Watching TV, like actual TV, cable TV. Oh, not cable, sorry, Sky. Bro, Sky, being able to watch Sky is so cool.
Every time when we are in a ACOM that might have like a really good hot spa, we will be there. Our second stop for Modern God by Jeremy Beck, and we were in Hamilton, and at the beginning of the show, I'm supposed to have a phone with me. And that was very important because that's the next transition to the next thing. And I fully forgot to bring that phone onto the stage. And the whole show started and I was panicking.
The show, If You Know, You Know, was a show that you all toured twice. I didn't because I broke my ankle. So what was that like for you all?
That was an interesting experience. You get to know a show very, very well. So getting to kind of see how far you can stretch that show within the confines of the choreography to make it interesting for yourself is definitely an interesting experience. And I was very fit after doing that show, which I liked because I had to lift Levi's character a lot. So I liked that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice to have the second time doing it with Deja, Penny, and also Jacob. Yeah, just different cast, and it feels very different energy, even though it's the same show. And also just on the endurance side of it, because Harley Newsom's work was based on endurance, and the second time we're getting a bit too good at it, so we are trying to really like just challenge ourselves a little bit more with it, which was actually really fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome to revisit one of the works in like a different body and like develop little things, and got to develop one of my little solos that changed with how I was feeling at the time. And I think the second tour was a lot longer than the first one. So even endurance and that being away from home, and also but building up endurance and stamina throughout the whole tour was awesome. What are your hopes and dreams for Footnote in the future? Cecilia?
I just hope it gets bigger and bigger, and I hope there's like 30 dancers and a whole education team, and we become an empire. That's my like big
And
picture.
take over the world,
Yeah,
basically.
that's my hopes and dreams for Footnote. Is that
And
it's
Anita's sitting on top of the throne.
yeah, and we host big events, and contemporary dance becomes as popular as pop music. That's what I want. We have been your 2023, 2024, 2025 Footnote group, and we are signing off. We are saying goodbye to this era, but we'll be back.